What is going on, Yenzers, and welcome back to another episode of the God, Government, and Goals podcast. I'm your host, Jace Jameson, and it is so good to have you with us here today. So before we start, I'd like to apologize for the late upload. Kind of had a little bit of an issue that was just resolved, so once again, I'm very sorry. My father was able to get the issue resolved, and so here's the upload for you. It took after a couple weeks of a delay, so let's get into it. So I wanted to show y'all something pretty neat here. I created this about 3 weeks ago or so, and this is a neat roster I created. I call it the All American All Star roster. So basically, this roster here is comprised of some of the best players at each position that lived in the United States, that were from the United States of America. I even put my starters on there, so like the starters that I'd have playing primarily, and just in case they get injured or feel like they're not doing good enough, I could put some other guys out there. So let's get into it. Starting off at pitcher, I have Nolan Ryan, who's the GOAT, Randy Johnson, Cy Young, Roger Clemens, Sandy Koufax, Greg Maddux, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Clayton Kershaw, Lefty Grove, Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson, Steve Carlton, Satchel Paige, Gaylord Perry, Tom Seaver, Curt Schilling, Phil Niekro, Don Sutton, Grover Alexander, Warren Spahn, and Dennis Eckersley. At catcher, I have Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra, Mike Piazza, Gary Carter, and Carlton Fisk. At shortstop, I have Cal Ripken Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Honus Wagner, and Ozzie Smith. At first base, I have Lou Gehrig, Mark McGwire, and Willie McCovey. At second base, I have Rogers Hornsby, Jackie Robinson, and Rod Carew. At third base, I have Chipper Jones, Paul Molitor, George Brett, and Mike Schmidt. At left field, I have Barry Bonds, Rickey Henderson, Pete Rose, Ted Williams, and Carl Yastrzemski. At center field, I have Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, Mike Trout, Ken Griffey Jr., and Ty Cobb. At right field, I have Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Frank Robinson, Reggie Jackson, and Tony Gwynn. Now here are my still have the designated hitter. A designated hitter, I have Frank Thomas and Jim Thome. And now at starter, and now my starting pitcher, I have Nolan Ryan, starting catcher, Carlton Fisk, shortstop, Alex Rodriguez, first base, Lou Gehrig, second, Rogers Hornsby, third, Chipper Jones, Bonds in left, Ty Cobb in center field, Hank Aaron in right field, and Frank Thomas at DH. So that's it. That's the roster right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to, you can comment down who you would change about the roster. Or just give me if you want to, just like give me an insight. Give me your opinion or view on who you would have on the roster or starting. And add or remove, just many changes you would make to the roster. And that will do it for this episode of the God, Government, and Goals podcast. I'm Jace Jameson. Be good, stay safe, and God bless. Bye-bye now.